playing a little bit. Imagine Sarah, a regular year school girl. Every day when Sarah goes to school, she passes by the famous McLean. It is a timer showing the amount of time remaining until the widely discussed climate disaster. Every day when Sarah sees it, she becomes scared. Scared for her future children, scared for her friends and family, and scared for her older years. She decides to put matters into her own hands. She cuts off plastic from her life and starts reusing everything. The next day, she walks by the tiny clock again, and she finds, but it's still ticking. Fine, she thinks, and decides to do even more. She cuts out meat from her diet and quits using a car. She starts walking everywhere. Every day, she sweats liters upon liters of sweat, getting everywhere by foot. Her paper shell becomes soggy, and she can't eat meat like she always has. The next day, she walks by the tiny clock again, and to her surprise, it's still ticking. What, she thinks? How is it possible that having done all that, nothing has fully changed? Now, I come in to tell you that none of us, regular people, have a significant impact on climate change and the climate crisis as a whole. You probably have heard that going zero waste or cutting out plastic from your life will somehow reverse climate change one small step at a time, and that it will somehow impact our future. Listen, I know that we as humans like to think that we impact almost everything. We impact our education, our careers, our friends and family, and even such small things as the color of our nails or our shoes for that matter. We always like to feel a sense of control and empowerment. Unfortunately, in this case, that is far from the truth. Climate change, although it is an issue affecting most regular people, is an issue created by some of the most enormous companies in the world. It is one of the most unfair problems on the planet. And personally, I truly think we should recognize that. So, having said all that, what can we, as young people, do? But before we get to that, I would like to say a couple of words about ways of assessing our impact on the climate. Scientists and environmental researchers highlight three main ways of assessing the scale of that process. Firstly, we talk about the widely known carbon footprint. It is a measure of the amount of greenhouse gases emitted, directly as well as indirectly by human activity. There are several online calculators available that help individuals estimate the size of their footprint based on factors such as energy consumption, diet, or transportation habits. Next, we focus on the life cycle assessment, or the LCA, which is a comprehensive method of assessing the emissions of a process, product, or service throughout its entire life cycle. Last week, we focused on waste generation and recycling rates. Assessing the amount of composition of waste generated helps them estimate the efficiency of resource usage and the effectiveness of waste management. Now, I would like you to imagine yourself as a singular droplet of water in a huge ocean. This is roughly what you mean this crisis, and how responsible you are. I have some data proving this. For example, an energy company, Gazprom, produced about 210 metric millions of CO2 in 2020 alone. Meanwhile, a regular person produces about 4 short tons annually. This means that a singular energy company produced about 500 million times more CO2 than a regular person. Additionally, the LCA of fossil fuels rises at each step. Extracting fossil fuels destroys natural habitats. Processing and transporting requires huge amounts of energy. Combustion deteriorates our environment, and waste management is nearly impossible. I'm sure that you've heard about various celebrities' lavish lifestyles and extravagant habits, most of which are detrimental to our environment. Famous figures love to show us how much more fun, exciting things they can do, but we, most likely, can never dream of. Whether these are private flights, yachts, or very excessive consumption, these all contribute to the boundless and ever-growing carbon footprint, incomparable to that of any of us in this room today. I'm sure that you know that the aviation industry contributes twice 90 people at a time, while private flights often take as much as 5. Additionally, the shortest commercial flights take about half an hour. While there have been some famous instances of celebrities flying just to avoid traffic jams. Another harmful way of private transportation are private yachts, which have been proven to be detrimental to marine wildlife and proven to kill marine ecosystems daily. Famous figures also love to fill their lives with excessive amounts of clothes and cosmetics. And although it must feel great to be able to afford that, the amount of clothes filling up landfills and rotting in bins proves the need for recycling garments and implementing a more conscious attitude to life. Celebrities have also been known to support harmful industries. They take part in their commercials and invest in their stocks, essentially betting on the downfall of our Earth. Governments also have a huge impact on our planet. Some of the things that governments can do, but you most likely have minimal impact on, are deforestation, overfishing, and waste management, amongst many, many more. Some examples of governments that have faced scrutiny for their actions concerning the climate include China, which has huge problems with water and air pollution, Russia, which has vast natural resources but faces environmental degradation due to industrialization, and India, which has several environmental problems, including water and air pollution, as well as land degradation, amongst many, many more, mostly driven by urbanization. Combating those environmental problems requires a government which is aware of them, as well as willing and able to do something about it. So now, what can we as young people do? We should recognize the impact of our governments, celebrities, and huge corporations. We should boycott these firms to change. Invest our money into those who truly wish to make a difference by their actions. We should quit supporting celebrities who not only indulge in lavish lifestyles, which are detrimental to our environment, but are also extremely proud of it. Lastly, we should vote for those who promise to invest in green initiatives, green solutions, and green energy. And this way, we will truly impact the world and make it a better place for our children.